In this video, I am going to show you how to create newsletter and email campaign for free using the marketing platform Systeme.io. Hi, I'm Elle, and I help online entrepreneurs stepping up to the next level so that they can have more success in their business. So let's get started and let me show you how to do that. Here we are on the dashboard of Systeme.io. For those of you who do not have the link yet, here it is. And I will put in the description all the links that I'm mentioning in this video. It is totally free to register and to use the starter features of Systeme.io. In the previous video, I showed you how to build a funnel, and I even gave you a funnel that you can use and customize as you wish, all for free. If you haven't watched it yet, here is part 1 of the 2 funnel building videos. So now that our lead generating funnel is running, we are collecting email addresses. And so we need to use those email addresses because sending emails is an excellent way to monetize your business, to sell your products or services. Okay, so let's go on our emails tab. So you see here we have newsletter, campaigns, and statistics. So let's start with newsletter. And of course it's empty because this is a demo account, so there is pretty much nothing on it. So we are going to create a newsletter. So what is a newsletter exactly? A newsletter is just something that you just send once. For example, you have a new product or you have some news that you want to share with your list. That's a newsletter. And you can also recycle them. You can send them, I don't know, every 3 months, every 6 months, okay? So subject, what is a great subject? A great subject is when you add curiosity and benefits. So for example, check out your free gift. So it's curiosity, which free gift, and its benefit. Oh, a free gift. Okay, then you put your name, you put your email address. Okay, so for the email address, you cannot put a Yahoo or a Gmail because it's going to be sent from the Systeme.io server. So Gmail and Yahoo do not know where the emails are sent from. Therefore, they cannot know that those emails belongs to you. So they can be considered as spam and they will be put into people's spam folder. So that is not good at all. That is not what we want. So we need to create a domain name with an email address. And anyway, if you have a business, you do need a domain name and your own email address for many things. It's much more professional. So in case you don't have one yet, it's the one I have is very cheap. I pay like $1 per month and it's called Yonos. So here is the link. Okay, so let's go to our settings. And then in settings, we are going to go into mailing settings. So here we are going to write our domain name, email address, our name, and a test email address. So a test email address is once you've written the newsletter and the emails, you want to send a test to yourself so you can make sure that it's good. Okay, so when this is done, we are going back to our newsletter and we have 2 choices here. We have the visual editor or we have the classic editor. So the visual editor looks like that. Let me show you. So for example, we have something like this. And the classical editor is just like this. So you can choose if you want something a bit more sophisticated for your newsletter or if you just want the classic one. And in the classic one, you have all the normal editing tools. Then we have campaigns. Okay, so here we can create a new campaign. So we can call it we should call it something so we know which campaign it is. So for example, about a product, so product X, description if you want, and save. Okay, so now we are going to click on our campaign. And we have to create emails because we do not have any emails, right? So what is the point of a campaign? Well, it's automatization, okay? You do not have to think about it. You do not have to do it anymore. You do it once, you set it up, and we are going to learn how to do that today. And then that's it, you're done. It just works on automation, which is fabulous. So what kind of campaign should we make? So the content, what we can send is like some emails with testimonials, some emails with content about our product. Don't just send emails to say, okay? It has to be some bonus, frequently asked questions, answer objections. Okay, so do not just sell your product because people are going to unsubscribe very quickly. Okay, so now we are going to add an email, our first email. So subject, remember we want to do curiosity and benefits. So we can write, for example, how to create a free email campaign. And then we can choose, again, we can choose the visual editor or the classic editor. The visual editor looks nice, but it looks more, let's say, commercial. And the classic editor, it looks more like a friend who is writing to you. So it is advised to use the classic editor. It's more likely that people will read it. They will less likely put it into spam, okay? So we have our subject, etc. So you see here the editor is the regular editor. You can add picture if you want. So if we want to put their first name, for example, we put it here. Voila. So hello. And then we can write as promised, here is your free demo, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So once we have written our email, we have added our picture if we want, we can add an attachment too, okay? So we have several options here. We can save and send a test email, which is highly recommended. So you can check if it looks good, if everything is fine, the title, footer, etc. You can save it, or you can save and publish it. So let's see what this is. Save and publish. So how many emails should you send in a campaign? How long should the campaign be? That really depends on you. Usually they are more or less 2 weeks. And you can decide how often you send emails, but they can be much longer, okay? This is just really, it's up to you. So delay before sending email. So the first email, it's going to be right after they register and they enter their email address, okay? So we can choose either right away after 0 minute, 1, 2 minutes, if it's like, here is your welcome package that you register to, or if they just enter their email to find information and they were prompted to a next information page, then we can put it the day after. So let's say 1 day later, but you see, you can put minute, hour, whatever you want. After, well, now we don't have any other emails, so it's going to be 1 day because it's the first one. Then you can choose time when email should be sent if you want. You can choose days of the week if you want. Some days are better than others because on Monday, people are really busy. They're starting the week. They're quite busy. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is good. Friday morning is good. Then Friday evening, people go out. Saturday, people usually go shopping, are with their friends. And Sunday morning, Sunday evening is a good time or day too, okay? So then you can choose that. So now we are going to publish it. Et voila, our first email is active, okay? So we can deactivate, we can check the statistics, we don't have any yet. We can duplicate it if we want to do, to use the same format to make more, or we can delete it, okay? And then we can keep adding emails like that. And that is how we create a campaign. Okay, and now the last step that we haven't done is our automation. We are going to create our rules. So add a rule, trigger. When this event happens, then do this. So we are going to add one trigger, which is going to be, so you see you have many triggers. Tag edit, tag remove, funnel step, blog, campaign, etc., etc. So we are going to go to our funnel step form subscribed. It occurs when a contact has just subscribed to a form. Okay, so that means they enter their email into a form. Then you have to choose which funnel, and then action, subscribe to a campaign, unsubscribe, add a tag, etc., etc. So we are going to write subscribe to a campaign, and we are going to choose a campaign, okay? Okay, and here we have our statistics. So if we click on it, so that's the statistics of the campaign. So how many number of emails sent, average percentage of open emails, average percentage of spam reports. So that means that people reported your emails as spam. And as soon as you see that, obviously you have to remove the person from the campaign. And average percentage of bounced emails. If you have any question, put them in the comments below and I will look for it. And in the next video, I am going to give you a complete tour of Systeme.io. So make sure to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so that you won't miss it. And if this video has helped you to step up to the next level, make sure to like it because each like brings me joy and encourage me to make more videos like this. And if you want to learn how to make free lead generating funnels using Systeme.io, then click on this video.